Hi, Dr. Becca with Del Mar Center for Behavioral Health here. I want to talk a little bit about how our kids with autism spectrum disorder or ASD use the same items all the time, right? So they may love the ever popular Thomas the Train. And this is one of those busy books. You open it and it has some different of the actual cars in it, and then a mat, and then the book. And so some of our kids will, they love Thomas and they'll get this out and they want to pick up Thomas and just drive him forward and backwards, or they spin his wheels, or they sort of put him on his back, or they're playing with him in non-functional ways. And so what we want to do is teach our kiddos different ways of using the same items. This is taking steps towards cognitive flexibility or thinking about the same things in different ways. And it goes against that rigidity, that sameness, that real need for sameness that some of our kids with autism experience. So I want to take one item and show you different ways that we can use it so that we can help encourage our kids do the same. So so the book comes with, let's say, a handful of different toys, right? A couple different Thomases and a couple different of his friends. Maybe instead of giving access to all of them each time, you have sort of an A set and a B set. And sometimes there's this set, and sometimes we have this set. And so you take the same item and you make it new again by only giving half at each time. So remember that just noticeable difference. We're changing a little bit about the item, but we're not changing everything. So sometimes there are certain toys in it and sometimes there's other ones in it, and that changes the book a little bit. Maybe you take the play mat, it's a map of Sodor, and maybe instead of using this map, you make your own map. And then you drive the cars or Thomas and his friends on the new map, right? That's something just a little bit different than what they've been doing. Maybe you put painter's tape on the floor to create a track, and this isn't even an option. When they open the book, it's just a couple of the set A or set B, but there isn't a map in it. Or maybe it's in there and we're not going to use that. So instead you take painter's tape and make lanes on the floor that Thomas and his friends can race. Then you're teaching the play sequence of racing. Or maybe you make winding roads, or you spell things out with the masking tape or the painter's tape, and Thomas and his friends drive on those different pieces of tape, right? We're practicing that hand-eye coordination as well as using the same item in different ways. When we have the team A and team B for the Thomas set, we're talking about different ones' names and different colors and different numbers on them. And since this one comes with a book, maybe you read the book and or maybe even one page, depending on where your kiddo is, right? And you do some identification. Point to the green train, right? Point to Thomas. Or you read a page and then you ask them some comprehension questions. What happened on this page? Far off, Percy's whistle toots as he chugs down his delivery route. He hauls parcels in all kinds of weather. No other engine does it better. And so you might say, what did he blow? Or you can say, what words rhyme, right? So you can differentiate. You can use something the child likes to practice and work on areas that aren't as strong. Maybe you take a couple of the Thomas and, Percy, let's say, and you open a page and you say, we just read this, and now maybe I give you Thomas and Percy, and I want you to have the kiddo act out what just happened in this picture. What just happened on this page, right? And have them act it out. Another option is to take the little guys and go do some water play. Maybe we talk about bathing or putting Thomas through the car wash. And most of our kids love water play. So we're again taking that item that they love and taking it into a just noticeable difference. We're taking these items and we're going to play with them functionally. We're going to go through the steps of a bath or the car wash. And so we're going to have some water play, maybe some other sensory input with scented bubble bath, or maybe we have a sponge in there, but we're playing with these same items in a different way. Maybe we draw pictures of them. We can't touch them, we just look at them and draw pictures. Or maybe we look at them and we describe different things that we see. I see 6 wheels, I see a number 4, right? That's practicing on commenting. And one last thing, maybe we put paint on little dollops of paint, and maybe Thomas drives through the paint, and we make these different colored tracks with the different characters. So again, I'm Dr. Becca with Del Mar Center for Behavioral Health. These are a couple ways that we can use the same item or an item that our kids are really stuck on to work on cognitive flexibility and that just noticeable difference. Thanks.